Hey guys, it's Julia. So today's video is going to be an update on my project pan. So I did my starting project pan video in November, and I realized I was supposed to do a December update, but I figured better late than never. I was actually thinking, since this is only a 6-month project pan, it would be better if I did updates every 2 months instead of every single month, because you would see more progress in the updates. So today's update is basically my 1.5 month update since I started the project pan, and I'm really excited to show you guys the progress I've made on some of the products because I've actually finished 2 of the products and I'm rotating those out, and then there's another product that I'm actually taking out of the project pan. So I'm really just kind of aching to show you guys what has been going on, and let's get right into the video. Also, please excuse my voice during this video. I was really sick while I filmed this, so if I sound like I'm near tears throughout the entire thing, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. You guys know that I put this in my project pan, and I want to hit pan on 4 of the shades. I haven't hit my goal quite yet, but I do think I'm going to hit pan on Golden Ochre very, very soon. There's a large dent in there, and every single time I use it, the dent gets a lot deeper. So I'm really excited because I think within the next 2 or 3 uses of using this palette, I think I will hit pan on Golden Ochre. The rest of the shades I'm kind of feeling not so great about. Vermeer I do use pretty much every day to set my eyelid primer, so that one should be pretty easy to hit pan on. But Primavera, I'm not really thinking that I'm going to make it just because I don't use this shade nearly enough. And then Buon Fresco, I would have to do a lot more pink toned looks, so I did use it today in this look, but yeah, I would have to use that shade more often. Now I will show you a close-up of the palette just so you can see the progress I've made in the last 2 months. I think I've done a pretty good job with this palette, been reaching for it a lot, and I think that Golden Ochre will have reached its goal by the time I do my next update. So hopefully I can get some progress on this one, and I'm really proud of the stuff I've done so far. So one of the 2 products I actually used up in my project pan was the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. So I really wanted to get rid of this one because Dr. Brandt is not cruelty free. This is a really nice smoothing kind of pore filling primer similar to the Benefit Professional. So I was really enjoying this primer, and I used it basically every day for the entire month of November and December. And I used it up. It's finally gone. It was only 0.25 fluid ounces, so 1/4 ounce, not that hard to use up, especially since it is the 1/4 of a regular primer. So I did use this up very quickly, and it's gone now. But I'm going to actually be rotating that out and replacing it with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This one is the same size. It's 0.25 fluid ounces, so 1/4 ounce. Not going to be hard to finish up at all. I think I could do this in maybe the rest of the time that the project pan is going. This one I do want to get out of my collection. Smashbox is not non-cruelty free, so that's not why, but I just don't really enjoy this primer. It's too silicone-y for me, and I don't really like using silicone-y primers that much. So really happy with what I've done with the Dr. Brandt one. I cannot believe I finished it so quickly, but this was really, really easy. So hopefully this one will be super easy as well. Alright, next up, I have to update you guys on my Tarte blush. This one has been really, really hard to use up just because I've literally been using this every day. I've only used a different blush maybe once or twice throughout this entire 1.5 month span, but still, I have barely even made a dent in this. You can see that I've kind of made a little dent in the pattern, which you will see in the close-up pictures I give you, but still, I don't think I'm going to hit pan on this one because this is pretty much never ending. I use such a small amount every single day because you really only need a tiny amount of blush. It's really pigmented, it blends very well. I do like this product, so I don't want to get it out of my collection completely. I just want to feel like I'm using it, and it looks like I have not touched it. So hopefully by the next 2-month progress update, I will show you guys some more progress on this one, but I don't know, this is really, really hard to use up, and it's not looking like I've done anything, so maybe. Let me know if you guys see anything in the side-by-side. Alright, next I want to update you guys on the Milk Makeup Water Stick, and I've actually finished this up, basically. I think there is such a tiny amount in here. It's literally flat, so you can't just get it by rubbing on your face. I would have to scrape out the rest, but even then that would be maybe 1 use or 2 uses tops. So this is basically all gone. I will scrape out the rest and just use it on my face, but after that, this will be out of my project pan. So I honestly, after using this for basically every day, I have not noticed a single thing that this product does. Honestly, it's a waste of money in my opinion. It's basically just rubbing watery balm on your face, and I think there's so many other moisturizers that you could go for that are better than this one. So I don't really recommend this Milk Makeup Water Stick. I think there are so many other products from Milk Makeup that you could try out. I'm really glad that this is done just because I don't find any purpose to it. Okay, so the Tarte Shape Tape has been probably the hardest thing in my entire project pan. besides the Tarte blush, because I don't know. This is just really, really hard to use up. This is a super, super full coverage concealer, so I only use like 3 small dots under my eyes and then a little bit on my face to spot conceal. And even then, that's less than an entire like dip into the thing. So this is taking a long time to use up, and I'm definitely planning on scraping out the stuff, taking out the stopper and everything, because I want every single dip of this product used up, because this is a really nice concealer. It's a high-end concealer, so I don't want to waste any bit of it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to finish this by the end of the Project Pan in May. And I also feel kind of bad because I have so many concealers in my collection, but I've been neglecting them and basically only using this concealer for the entire month-and-a-half span. So I think by doing the Project Pan, this has kind of encouraged me to stop using my other concealers, which is not good. So I do want to use this one up, and I have been using it basically every day, but I've also been letting my other concealers fall to the wayside, so I'm not really sure what to do. I will continue to use this up because I do want to make my goals, but I don't know, this is really, really difficult. So if anyone has any tips on panning the Tarte Shape Tape, please let me know, because it's been a struggle, and I've been using this for literally everything I can. Priming my eyelids, cutting out my eyebrows, everything. I've been using this concealer for basically everything, and it's super, super hard to use up. So anybody has any tips, please let me know. Alright, next I want to update you guys on the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. So I have been using this one a lot. Benefit is not cruelty free, so I'm trying to get this out of my collection. And this bronzer has been pretty difficult to use up, actually. I do use it every single day. I use it on top of my contour just to warm up my face a little bit, so it's really, really nice on the face and just provides such natural, nice warmth, but it doesn't look like super, super warm or orange or anything like that. So I really like this bronzer, and I'm very sad it's not cruelty free. A lot of people said in my last update that it's very similar to the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, so I will try that out after this Project Pan. I really only managed to like wear off the name Hoola. I think there's still quite a bit ways to go with this bronzer, and I'm hoping that it's a little bit more shallow than I think it is, so that it won't take too much time to use up. But hopefully I will have this done by May. I've been using it basically every day. I've been very diligent about this, so I am proud that I've been using it every single day. And hopefully I can get some use out of this one. I don't think I'm going to finish it up by May. That was my goal, but I think I'm only going to be able to hit pan, and that's fine enough for me. So as long as I can get some use out of this one, it's all good. Another product that I've actually completely finished up and will be rotating out of this Project Pan is my Marc Jacobs Omega Lash Volumizing Mascara. So this is a mini size. Obviously I did not use up a full size mascara. That would be kind of crazy. But I did not realize how quickly I would be able to use this up. It was, I want to say it was 75% full, so I'd only used a tiny, tiny bit of it. But I used this up very quickly within the first month, and I don't like this mascara at all. That's what I learned from using this one, is that I just don't like the effect this gives on my lashes. It doesn't really do anything in terms of lengthening. Basically the only thing it does is kind of just like separate my lashes. It doesn't make them super voluminous, doesn't make them super black either, so I don't like this mascara. Maybe it was just kind of old and dried out, but definitely won't be repurchasing it. I think there's other mascaras out there. So I will be cycling this out of my Project Pan because it is empty. I'm cycling in a new mascara to use up. So this is the Lancome Definition High Definition Mascara, and I am really excited to use this one up because I love this mascara. It's very, very lengthening. It just looks so beautiful on the lashes. I love the effect it gives, and I'm sad that Lancome is not cruelty free because I really, really like this mascara and I wish I could purchase it more often. But because Lancome is not cruelty free, I cannot purchase it ever again. I did take this with me on vacation and I really loved the effect it gave, so hopefully I will have this one finished up by May. It's a really, really good mascara, but can't buy it ever again. So Lancome is going. Alright, next up is my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and as you can see, I have gotten basically half the bottle down, but I have barely used this since the last Project Pan update, because this was already there, this was already half done, and I barely used it since, because this is not really a winter foundation for me. Hopefully I will use this when the months kind of get hotter, spring. It's still pretty warm here in California. It's around the 60s, 70s, but that's kind of cold here. So I prefer different foundations, and I feel like this water foundation, while it's good, I just haven't really been reaching for it because of the weather. So hopefully I can get some more use out of this one. I really do like this foundation, but I've barely made any progress because I just wasn't using it. So I have to force myself to use this more often. I do have like 25 foundations in my collection. I will do a foundation collection video if you guys want to see that, but I've barely been using this one and I've been neglecting it. So I really need to get some progress on this one. Hopefully by the next update I will have some more progress to show you guys. Next up is the Natasha Denona Lip Liner Pencil in L4. I wanted to use this one completely up. I don't know if that's going to happen because I've only sharpened this once in the entire month. I've been using it a lot too. I'm actually wearing it on my lips today. See, it's a really nice neutral kind of plummy nude and it's really, really gorgeous. I actually really like this formula as well. It's pretty dry and very matte, but if you just outline your lips with it and then fill them in, which is what I like to do with this pencil, it will just give the most beautiful effect, and it's not super dry like a liquid lipstick, so I really like that. I've been using it all over my lips. That's the only way I can really think of using it because I don't like wearing just plain lip liner. I think I'll use it a lot faster if I do color it in like a liquid lipstick would. Unfortunately, I just have so many lip colors in my collection that I've kind of been neglecting this one. I really do need to pull up for it more often, but I've only sharpened it once, and it's basically the same length that it was when I started my project pan, so I don't know if I'm going to finish this one. Hopefully I will get some more use out of this one, and that's kind of the purpose of the project pan. Even if I don't hit my goal with this lip liner, I will still be happy because I'm using it more often. That's basically all that matters. Alright, and then the final product is actually one that I'm taking out of my project pan and decluttering from my collection because I just don't want it anymore. It's not really doing its thing for me anymore, and I would rather focus on other products in my collection than force myself to use a product that I don't like using. So the product I'm talking about is the Naked 2 palette, and I am getting rid of this one. If you guys saw my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video, which I posted, I will put it up in the card. But I said I was getting rid of this one because I just don't like forcing myself to use a product when I have so many other palettes. I have 40 plus palettes in my collection, so a ton of eyeshadow, and I don't want to force myself to use an eyeshadow palette when I don't like the quality. It's not a terrible palette by any means, it's decent quality, but I never reach for the colors in here. And I was using this all over the place. I was using it on my brows, I was using it on my inner corner, on my nose, on my lids, and honestly I would just rather use Tempera in the Modern Renaissance palette than the shade here called Booty Call, which is what I was trying to hit pan on. So I am passing this along because I don't want to use it anymore, and I think I was kind of being overambitious in using 2 palettes in my project pan just because it's a 6-month project and I don't think I can finish this. So I'm getting rid of this one, just passing it along. It will be available for sale on my Poshmark, so I will link that below, but this has to go because I don't want to force myself to use it anymore. So that is going. Hopefully you guys aren't too sad, but it just had to go, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed my project pan update. I know this was kind of late, but better late than never. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you will continue to stick around on my project pan journey. I do have a playlist, so you can watch all the project pan videos or the first one if you missed it. And yeah, so please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And thank you so much for watching my channel. I love you so much. If you made it to the very end, love you.